You want something better?
Budget for your gadget.
Sort of pieces of tech here over at Budget for Your Gadget, wherein we got new pieces of tech courtesy of our friends over at 𝚂𝚘𝚏𝚗 You're still with your boy Wacky, and here's the thing. Every week, we've got new toys that we get to play with, new pieces of devices that maybe you guys might want to add to your guys' setup. Maybe you guys are looking for an upgrade. Maybe you guys are looking for a new peripheral to use. Well, Budget for Your Gadget might be perfect for that. And the thing is, we got a big chunky boy today, okay? For the past few shows, we've been reviewing very petite, very cute, and more compact laptops. Now, we're going big. Because right here with me here on the booth is a brand new printer that we're going to be looking at. Ladies and gentlemen, for those tuning in over on our live streams, over on twitch.tv/Magic899TV, or maybe you're tuning in over on TikTok at Magic899, or maybe you're tuning in over on Facebook at Magic899 as well. You guys are probably seeing this big boy that I'm holding, this big guy. This is the Canon PIXMA G3010. This is a brand new refillable ink tank printer that you guys might want to add to your guys' setup. And the thing is, printers, I've always been a big fan of printers, mainly because when it comes to saving up in printing, I'm a big guy that loves arts and crafts. I love paper craft. I love getting the power to print at home. It's much easier, and especially since, for example, you have a big paper you need to work on, it's really hard to go to a computer shop and have them all printed for you, and then you'd have to wait, and then you have to pay a hefty buck for it. This thing will make sure that you guys get to print quickly, in high volumes as well, in good quality, and in a very easy way. What does this thing have from other printers? The thing is, one, it's an ink tank. One thing I like about ink tanks is when it comes to refilling this thing, you guys are making the most of your guys' ink. So you guys get to save properly when it comes to buying. You guys don't need to buy ink cartridges anymore because you just need to refill this thing with ink manually. And the good thing about that is you're making the most of every bit of ink that you have. In cartridges, sometimes there's still some left over, but then you can't use it anymore. But with ink tanks, you're making sure that all of them, every single drop is being used. So that's a really nice thing to have. Another thing that this thing has is it can properly connect to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi connectivity, wireless printing, this thing can support it, okay? So if you guys maybe have a phone, maybe you guys are in a hurry, you guys want to print something quickly, you guys just need to connect your phone. As long as this thing is connected to the same Wi-Fi, connect it to your phone, print whatever you need, grab it, go, and you're good. That's how easy it is. And it's really nice that wireless printing is more common nowadays with printers, and this thing is no exception right here. When it comes to quality, we're looking at 4800 by 1200 DPI. So you guys are getting the most quality that you guys can get. Clear, vivid pictures that you guys might need. And for printing speed, we're doing 8.8 per minute. 8.8 ink per minute and 5 pages per minute when it comes to color. So you guys can print relatively quickly with this bad boy, I will say. I'm really happy when it comes to seeing printers like this, because when it comes to printing big batches, it's printers like these that we rely on. And surprisingly, I am carrying this right now. It's not that bulky. Usually printers, they're kind of hard to carry around. Well, not like you're going to carry a printer around, but then this thing, it's relatively on the nicer side to put around. So I imagine this would be next to your PC tower, and it would fit pretty nicely design-wise as well. It's pretty small, pretty compact, and this thing also has a scanner on top. So if you guys are really need to go really quickly or you want to scan something real quick, this thing supports it as well. Printers are really nice, I will say, and Canon is really good at providing really good quality for printing. This also provides borderless photo printing as well, up to A4 in size. So maybe you guys are doing an arts and crafts project like me. I would do an arts and crafts project with my printer back then. Goodness gracious, my printer needed to chug out so many colored pages back to back really quickly. And so something like this can do it properly, borderless as well. So you're not wasting paper as well. So that's a really nice feature to have. Again, it has a compact design, and the ink refilling system is relatively easy to have. It's over here at the front, and you can keep track of how much ink you have. It's right here. It's right here. I had to look at where it is. But there's a lot of ink that this thing can hold, which is a good feature to have as well. So you don't need to go back and forth to the store because of the high yield ink bottles that you can have for this thing. So you guys are looking at it now. Another Another good thing that this thing has is it actually has support to very specific apps that make it easier for you to print properly. So this thing supports the Canon Print, Inkjet, and Selfie app, which makes it easier to print, scan, and do everything you need on your phone. So just get the app, connect it here, and you're good to go for the rest of your printing needs. So it's relatively easy. This also supports the Easy Photo Print Editor, so you guys can make collages, you guys can make edits really quickly on your phone to be able to do it and properly print them quickly. And you guys can also connect to the cloud printing services that this thing has. It supports Google Drive, it supports Dropbox. Basically, this thing is modern device ready. All of the modern needs that you might have, this thing can connect to it. It can connect to Wi-Fi, so I think you're good to go on that end. So, you guys might be wondering, I've been glazing this bad boy. This thing is a big chunky boy that needs a home. And you guys might be wanting to bring one home right now. And since this is Budget for Your Gadget, we don't slack off on giving you guys the best deals for the latest pieces of tech. So, Wacky, how much is this thing? I want to get one. How much is it? Well, over at @ocianic.com.ph, you guys can get it for a whopping 7,995 pesos. For 8,000 almost, you guys can get this printer. And if you guys pay it in cash, for cash buyers, upfront payment, you guys can get a 200 peso discount. That's a small, I'd say that's a really good discount to have. So as long as you guys are tuning in right now, you guys can get that discount and you guys can properly tune in. There are also app points that this thing will provide for the Canon Delightful app. So if you guys want to avail almost 2,000 points, then you guys can get it as well. Or maybe you guys want to have more flexible payment options that you guys want. Asianic also supports installment features that you guys might want to have. You guys can have home credit, 6 months with 0 credit card installment. It's not a problem at all. You guys can bring this bad boy home, get to printing, doing what you need. I can see this being used, well, for example, you're a student, you really need printing really quickly, or maybe you work in an office and you need to have access to those paperworks really, really fast. Then this thing, though it's small, though it's compact, this can do a lot of work and can really be a huge, huge help for your setup. Ladies and gents, the Canon PIXMA G3010. You guys can look at everything that I talked about today over on their website, @ocianic.com.ph. Just look for the Canon PIXMA G3010, and you guys will see all the features and all the deals that they offer over at @ocianic.com.ph. Huge thank you to them again. Be sure to drop by any of their branches or check them out online to learn more about anything. I'm sure they'd love to answer your guys' questions. And of course, thank you guys so much for joining me today, because of course we love having our tech reviews here over at Budget for Your Gadget. Let's have another one next week, but for now, thank you so much for joining me for another edition of
Budget for Your Gadget.
At Asianic, better people, better service, better deals. You may visit our branches, flash on the screen.